Joumana Kayrouz. You've seen her images on giant billboards across the metro. Joumana Kayrouz. You've seen her images on buses across the city. Now get to know Joumana Kayrouz.
The war broke out in my home country, Lebanon. I was 11 years old, and I saw a lot of bloodshed and inequality and poverty. You can't grow up in an environment like that and not be affected by it and not want to make a difference. I graduated from Yale University with a master's in ethics. I speak 4 languages. It has always been innate in me fighting for the underdog and trying to do whatever it is I can to make a difference in the world.
Let Joumana Kayrouz protect your rights. Call the law offices of Joumana Kayrouz at 1-866-YOUR-RIGHTS, extension 100, or visit yourrights.com.
برنامج يور رايتس مع المحامية جومانا كيروز المختصة في قضايا حوادث السيارات، مع نخبة من المحامين في اختصاصات عدة منها الطلاق والهجرة والإفلاس، يأتيكم الآن على الهواء مباشرة. أسعد الله أوقاتكم بالخير مستمعي سينا 102.3 FM. حلقة جديدة من برنامج يور رايتس مع المحامية جومانا كيروز ومكتبها المختص بالعديد من القضايا، منها قضايا البيرسونال انجري، كار اكسيدنتس، قضايا الهجرة، قضايا الإفلاس، كريمنال لو، فاميلي لو، قضايا ضمان اجتماعي وإصابات العمل. الاستشارات مجانية دائما في 48-557-3645. حلقات برنامج يور رايتس يعاد بثها مرة أخرى على الموقع الإلكتروني yourrights.com/radio أو على اليوتيوب، كل ما هو عليكم البحث عن قناة جومانا كيروز. اليوم حلقة مخصصة عن موضوع الإفلاس. جومانا أهلا وسهلا فيك في راديو سينا.
صباح الخير رامي، صباح الخير لكل المستمعين، وصباح الخير إلى المحامي مايكل بانكستين.
Good afternoon, Joumana. Good afternoon.
How are you, Michael, today?
I'm great. How are you doing today?
Very good. I love the smile on your face today, Michael.
Thank you.
Okay. بالبداية بنحب نذكر المستمعين كمان اليوم انه صار عندنا جدول دايما ثابت كل اسبوع، كل نهار تنين موضوع الهجرة، كل نهار 3 مثل اليوم هو موضوع الافلاس، الاربعاء الاصابات الشخصية، الخميس قانون الضمان الاجتماعي والاصابات ضمن العمل، والجمعة قانون الجنايات اللي بيسموه criminal law، جنحة جناية criminal law، وقانون العائلة يعني family law. بحب أقول رامي قبل ما نبلش اليوم إنه الأسبوع القادم الأسبوع القادم من الله راد، الثلاثة القادم من الله راد، رح نحكي عن موضوع بطريقة مفصلة جدا، ونحاول إنه نغربل الموضوع ونسهل الموضوع، لأنه بيصير اهتمام كتير من المواطنين الأمريكيين اللي هو student loans. حكينا بدنا نحكي لمدة ساعة عن ال student loans next Tuesday، لأنه كقاعدة عامة ال student loans وقت الإنسان بيقدم إفلاسه ما بيقدر يطلب إنه ينعفى عن دفعهم. من البداية المحامي مايكل قال كقاعدة عامة رح ناخد ساعة لحتى نفرجي العوامل العديدة اللي المحكمة بتستعملها لحتى في بعض الحالات بتسمح إنه الستودنت لون ينعفى عنهم. ومثل ما قلنا إنه كل ما بيطلع رئيس جمهورية من النقاط اللي بيتكلم عنها اللي دايما بنتوقع يتكلم عنها هي موضوع الإيميغريشن وهو موضوع الستودنت لونز. ليش؟ لأنه الستودنت لونز وأنتوا صلحتوا لي الأسبوع الماضي هن 1.3 or 1.5 trillion.
That's correct. I've heard numbers between 1.3 and 1.5 trillion dollars on student loan debt.
عم نسمع بيرني ساندرز، عم نسمع كمالا هاريس، عم نسمع كتير من اللي مترشحين على رئاسة الجمهورية عم يحكوا عن الحلول اللي بيعرضوها، وعم يحكوا عن الستودنت لونز، لأنه كتير من الأشخاص اللي بيهمهم موضوع الستودنت لونز هن الأشخاص اللي هن ميلينيالز، اللي هن بين 25 وال35، فبدون شك المترشحين بدهم تصويت هؤلاء الأشخاص. Attorney Michael Bankstein, next Tuesday we will be talking at great length about student loans.
I'm looking
correct?
forward to it. That's correct.
And so am I, looking forward to it. We will be talking, we will slow down. You've always said that student loans generally are not discharged when someone files bankruptcy. Because the general rule is that when someone files for bankruptcy, they want to wipe out clean everything they owe and start fresh. And that's the goal of filing for bankruptcy when you qualify. However, there are things, no matter how hard you try, you cannot discharge in bankruptcy. For example, child support payments, you cannot discharge in bankruptcy. Many other things we will talk about later, we have talked about in the past. Student loans, generally speaking, are like child support payments. They are not discharged in bankruptcy, which means if you file bankruptcy, you will wipe out your credit card debt, you will wipe out this and that debt, but the student loans will be still there after you emerge from bankruptcy for you to pay them. However, there is a case called the Brenner case that we will talk about, or Brunner case, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, that a lot of courts are now following, that walks you very, very specifically through all the various factors, that if you are able to prove, you will be able to wipe out your student loans.
That's correct.
Okay. So I look forward to that discussion. We have also said that immigration and student loans are hot topics for everyone who runs for US president. Student loans, because a lot of the student loan holders, though not all, are millennials. So those presidents to be, they want that vote. Imagine if you are a 32-year-old with a $150,000 student loan and Bernie Sanders promises you that if you vote for him, he will wipe out your student loan or he will dramatically reduce your student loan. You may, just based on that, decide to vote for him.
And a lot of people, I mean, there's some independents, but a lot of people, you know, by the time they're in their early to mid 30s, their political views become a lot more set in stone. That's not universally the case, but that's a really big demographic coming up that if you get them on your side of the fence or the other side of the fence, politically speaking, that's a block of voters that you may have for the next 30 years.
Indeed.
So that's a really important fight.
Indeed. So we look forward to that very detailed 1-hour discussion next week, and I don't think we will be taking calls, correct?
That's right.
Okay, so we have 45 minutes remaining. We are talking about bankruptcy. The numbers to call are 313-769-6666, and from Windsor 519-256-1023. ما عنا أي إشكال، نتقبل اتصالات على الأرقام اللي عطيناها 313-769-6666 و 519-256-1023 من وينزر. نطلب إذا بتسمحوا أنه يكونوا الاتصالات فقط عن موضوع الإفلاس أو موضوع ممكن يعني يكون قريب لموضوع الإفلاس، مش موضوع الهجرة، مش موضوع السوشيال سيكوريتي إلى آخره. سو أي اتصالات وبناخد أول اتصال. هلو.
Hi Joumana, how are you?
يا أهلا وسهلا أستاذ، مع مين عم نحكي؟
نيك.
يا أهلا وسهلا أستاذ نيك.
كيفكم؟
كتر خير الله، كيفك أنت؟ On this beautiful, sunny, cloudy day, beautiful day.
Beautiful day. I have one question for you. I'm in the trucking business.
Okay.
I did work for a customer for about 3 months. He was paying me every month, 15,000, 10,000. So every month my invoices, they're all, you know, the 10 months, 10,000, 15,000. The last invoice for about almost 30,000, he's not paying me. What do I do now?
Okay, so that's not quite a bankruptcy question, but we're happy to answer it for you. So you are in the trucking business, and
Yes.
you generate by providing services to others an invoice every month of 10,000 to 15,000. He you're the person with whom you work, because you're an independent contractor, correct? The
Right.
person with whom you worked did not pay you the last invoice. And how much is it?
Almost 30.
$30,000. What county does the person with whom you did business work?
His company is in Birmingham. So there was that.
So Oakland County?
Yes.
Okay. Now, your do you have a contract with this person? A contract in writing?
Yes.
Okay. And does the contract say that whatever you do for him, you generate an invoice and he should pay you the invoice?
Yes, within a month.
Okay.
He hold on for the work for the whole month, and he paid me after 1 month. After I finish all the work for that month.
Okay. Do you know why he is not paying you? For example, does he have a defense? Is he
He's
saying...
not in the business, I believe, no more. He's not in the business. I don't know exactly what happened to him.
In 1 month, he's got out of the business within 1 month?
I don't know. He's a broker.
So you're dealing with a middle person?
Yes.
So you're not doing the work for the broker. You're doing the work for another company, but dealing with the broker?
Yes.
Okay. السؤال هو الأستاذ نيك is in the trucking business. كان له 3 أشهر بيأمن خدمات لشخص آخر عبر بروكر. كل شهر بيشرش بين $10,000 وال$15,000. وهذا الشخص البروكر دفع له كل مرة. إنما آخر الانفويس اللي كانت تقريبا $30,000 هيدي غير مدفوعة. وقت اللي سألته ليش بيقول لي بيفتكر هو عم بيتعامل مع بروكر، بيفتكر إنه هذا البزنس سكر. سألته إذا عنده عقد كتابي، عنده عقد كتابي والعقد عنده شروط وفنوت، وموجود البزنس in Oakland County. والسبب اللي سألت وين موجود البزنس لأنه إذا إنسان بده يقيم دعوة ضد بزنس أغلبية الأوقات الدعوة تقام in the county where the business does business. So I know this is not a bankruptcy question, but I think we should also address if the person that Mr. Nick will go after gets a judgment, can he also discharge him bankruptcy? But let's not jump. Let's first answer a contract question.
Yes, thank you, Joumana. And again, although I'm not an expert on creditor rights, it's a fact that before you could garnish his wages or take money out of his bank account or intercept any tax refunds, you'd have to get a judgment. In order to get a judgment, you'd have to sue him again. Now,
so let's slow down. Let's
Sure.
slow down and break that down. So أستاذ نيك، بما إنه عندك عقد، بما إنه عندك خدمات قدمتها، فيك تقيم دعوة. You can file a lawsuit in Oakland County لأنه البزنس is located in Birmingham. فيك تقيم دعوة. الدعوة طالما قيمتها $30,000 يعني فيك تقيم دعوة in circuit court لأنه district court هي لحد $25,000. circuit court اللي هي موجودة على 1200 Telegraph Road. سؤالك أستاذنك هو it's a contract question. سؤال عقد بين شخصين. العقد بنص على 1 2 3. There is a course of performance هون، يعني في السيرفيسز اللي حضرتك قدمت له هن بناء على كل المعلومات اللي عم تعطينا هن بحق لك تقدم دعوة. السؤال اللي بيطرح نفسه إذا هذا الشخص ما عاد بقلب البزنس، يعني سكر البزنس تبعه، بدنا نطلع على العقد تبعك لنعرف إذا العقد في personal guarantee ولا هو بس بينك وبين البزنس ولا بينك وبين البروكر. يعني لازم ننظر لنشوف العقد بين أي طرفين وهل في personal guarantee. لأنه مثل ما عم بيقول المحامي مايكل بانكستين، إذا صار في judgment يعني إذا قدمنا دعوة وربحنا الدعوة يا لأنه ما قدر دافع عن نفسه يا لأنه غيابيا حصلت على دعوة ضده، الدعوة بتكون قيمتها 30,000. بس إذا بدك تيجي تتحصل على 30,000 بدنا نقدر نتأكد إنه عنده مصاري لنقدر ناخدها منه. وهون إذا عامل personal guarantee هيدي بتساعد كتير. إذا ما عنده personal guarantee
No personal guarantee.
no personal guarantee ما بعرف إذا عنده insurance. يعني تفاصيل شوي دقيقة بتطلب إنه نطلع على العقد. بس النقطة اللي بدنا نربط لك إياها هون وعم نحكي بلا ما نعرف، لأنه يمكن هيدا البزنس مش لأنه رح يكون في دعوة أو أمر ضده $30,000 رح يركض ويقدم bankruptcy، لأنه مش كل إنسان ما بده يدفع شغلة بيقدر يقدم bankruptcy. لا، ليكون الإنسان مؤهل للبانكربسي بده يكون ديونه أكتر من الريسورسز تبعه، أكتر من الانكم تبعه، أكتر من ثروته إن كانت صغيرة أو كبيرة. بس إذا صار في judgment ضده، if there is a judgment against him, can this business, it's a business, it's not a person, can this business file for bankruptcy and wipe out the $30,000 that he owes Mr. Nick?
Yes, individuals can file for bankruptcy. Businesses can also file for bankruptcy. There's different types
Is
of...
that Chapter 11?
It's Chapter 11 if the business wants to reorganize and continue doing business. Businesses can also file a Chapter 7 liquidation bankruptcy.
Really? Okay. So Mr. Nick is still vulnerable to maybe suing this person and maybe getting a judgment, and then this person either during litigation or after the judgment files for bankruptcy.
Yes, and as you touched upon earlier, you were discussing district court versus circuit court. If you feel that you're owed less than $25,000, you would file in district court. If you feel that you're owed greater than $25,000, you would file in circuit court. But if the business was to...
$30,000.
It's 30 now? Okay. It
No, he
was
did say-
25 for the longest time.
Mr. Nick was... No.
I'm talking about the jurisdictional...
No,
yeah.
you're right. Mr. Nick, your invoice is $30,000.
Yes.
Okay.
So you'd file in circuit court.
Yeah.
But if the business filed for bankruptcy, whether it filed for a Chapter 7 bankruptcy or a Chapter 11 bankruptcy, it has to notify all of the people that it owes money to.
And he is one of those. Mr. Nick is a creditor.
Correct. Yeah, and you may have some rights in the bankruptcy if the business was to do so.
Now, will Mr. Nick be called a creditor without filing a lawsuit just because he generated an invoice? He should get a notice
Well, in order to collect on the amount
to be
that's
called
owed.
a creditor, just so that he knows if this business files bankruptcy.
Right. The bankruptcy court, even if you don't have a judgment yet, if they owe you money, they have to list you as a creditor. So it doesn't matter from the bankruptcy perspective whether or not you've gotten a judgment or not, whether you've gotten a judgment or have not yet gotten a judgment. To the extent they owe you money, you're a creditor.
Mr. Nick, it's one of two things. The question is, what could you have done to protect yourself? Short of a personal guarantee, are you still on the phone?
Yeah.
Without a personal guarantee, it's very, very hard. But don't be so quick to say that the business closed down. Even if the business closed down,
Yeah,
that does
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Not sure, no.
even if the business closed down, that does not mean that the business is not solvable. That does not mean. I think the first thing you need to do is have a lawyer get the attention of this person.
I called your office already. They said Joe is going to get back with me.
Who is
calling
Joe?
you.
Who is
Joe,
Joe?
I'm not sure his name is Joe.
I don't
Or
have a
Michael.
Joe. You mean Michael Bankstein? But he is bankruptcy.
They said
John?
they're going to get back with
John,
me.
maybe?
John, yes.
When did
John.
you call our office?
About 30 minutes ago.
Ah, okay. Very good. John does not do the contract law, but when somebody does call and it's not certain who the call needs to go to, John may be one of the attorneys who takes the calls. But you need an attorney who specializes in contract law, because your question is a contract question.
Yes.
And it should start with a letter from your attorney to that business. That should begin by getting that attention, and then you will know one way or the other if it's solvent, and go from there.
All right, sounds good.
It's called what? Go ahead.
That's called a demand letter.
A demand letter. Thank you very much, Attorney Michael Bankstein. Thank you, Mr. Nick.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. And we will take another caller. We are talking about bankruptcy today, although we were just talking about contract law, talking about bankruptcy today for the full hour. And the numbers to call 313-769-6666. We're accepting calls. أي شخص بحب يتصل لمحامي الإفلاس مايكل بانكستين. يا أهلا وسهلا فيكم. ناخذ اتصال آخر. Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Who are we talking with?
Well, you talking Lebanese guy?
Okay, well, you sound Iraqi, but okay.
No. Lebanese guy.
Okay, and your name,
How are you,
please?
Joumana?
I am very good. And your name?
Good. Do you want me to say my name?
You can change your name, but I have to address somebody. Change your name.
My name's, they call me Zach.
Zach, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I talked to you before.
I know who you are. Nice to talk to you,
Thank
sir.
you, sweetie.
How are you?
Thank you. Oh, good. Alhamdulillah.
Thank
Good,
you.
good.
That's good. Thank God.
I gotta have a question for you.
Please, go ahead.
I have a friend. He worked for Allstate for some company. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
To selling house and buying house.
Okay, so he works for maybe a real estate company selling and buying houses?
Real estate.
Okay.
Yeah. So he come and asking me, that guys, he have an office on Schaefer in Dearwood.
Okay.
And he say he wants to buy a house, but he doesn't have enough credit to buy the house.
Okay.
So he asked me if I do him a favor to put the house on my name, and he, after 6 months, he would take it off my name.
Well, he must trust you a lot to put the house in your name and trust that you're going to give it back. But okay. So he wants to use your name to put the house on it because he wants to use your name and your finances and your credit score to get financing from the bank?
That's exactly. So the house was cost $285,000.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So they have a paper, between that paper, all of them, I was signed. And what you call it, and I'm eligible to let them cash that check for $70,000. Yeah.
I lost you there. Michael, do you know what he's talking about?
Are you talking about a down payment?
No, he took $70,000 on a house. I signed for it, and I don't know. And he wants to fix the house or something. That's exactly what happened.
So you have already signed on a house?
Like, yeah, I signed everything. The whole paper is with me. That was back in the 2005.
2005?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you tell us that he doesn't have good credit and he wants to put a house in your name, that already has happened in 2005.
Yeah. And
Did you give him the house 6 months later then?
Shit. Yeah.
Okay, so the house is not yours anymore.
Probably still in my name. I don't know.
Okay.
So anyway, after 6 months, they send me a payment. The payment was $2,000 and some. Shit, I don't make all that money in a month anyway.
Okay.
So I talked to that guy. I said, man, I got a payment. Anyway, he told me, don't worry about it. I pay it. Since that time, I never seen him. And I cannot reach with him. And I cannot contact with him. Yeah. He disappeared.
So thank you. It's a lot of issues all in one. The first thing is that's one of the many reasons why you don't want to be a co-signer for someone. You don't want, as much as you want to help people, you don't want to be a co-signer. You don't want to put your name on a title, thinking that you're doing a favor for somebody because your credit score is better than them, because you may end up being stuck with that thing you just put your title on. And that's exactly what you have done, Mr. Zach, is looks like you wanted to help somebody and you had a good credit, so that person used your name to buy a house. And the agreement between the two of you was that you're going to turn over the title, quit claim the title to him in 6 months. Attorney Michael Bankstein, is there anything unethical or legally wrong with someone buying a home when the intention is never for them to have it and quit claim it in 6 months? From an IRS standpoint, and I know we're not tax attorneys, from any standpoint, it seems like there is something.
Well, the reason that the bank is making the credit decision
is because of
your credit. Yeah.
Yes.
So if it isn't really your house,
so bank fraud, kind of.
If you're just facilitating the
fraud
purpose, that could be considered
fraud in the mortgage.
It could be considered fraud in obtaining the debt.
Oh boy!
I've got several questions. That, for example, you don't know if it's in your name. So the first thing I would recommend, sir, is that you go to the Register of Deeds office in the county that the property is located in, and you can have them run the address to see who is on the title, who's the owner right now. That's really important to do.
Mm-hmm.
And also, it sounds like you're on the mortgage probably, because if they're sending you the bill, if the bank is sending you the bill, then probably one of the things you signed, and the whole reason why your credit got involved was you may be on the mortgage. And also, it's important to know what happened to the house. This was back in 2005. In 2005, I was 30 years old and I had hair, so that's been a while. So what you want to do is, also at the Register of Deeds, if there was ever a foreclosure sale or anything like that, there'd be a sheriff's deed on file for that property. So you want to find out what happened to the house. Sounds like you're probably on the mortgage. And you may still be on the title to the house.
I can assure you, and we're going to translate all this into Arabic, I can assure you that maybe Mr. Zach is unable to do all of that himself. What kind of an attorney will he need to get him through this maze of checking this and checking that and title and all that?
You know, it may not be the worst thing in the world to talk to a bankruptcy attorney about it, because, for example, I mean, what if the worst is the case where you're either on the deed or you were on the deed?
It sure looks like it is.
When you were on the deed, if the house went to foreclosure, they're coming after you for the bill, and you know, it's a $285,000 house, there may be a significant mortgage there, even if there's been a foreclosure. Sometimes there's a foreclosure sale and a person still gets a $50,000 bill. So you may want to look into, calling us, having a consultation about what your rights are in bankruptcy.
Okay.
It's a delicate matter because there is an argument to be made that there was some fraud in connection with obtaining the debt, which can sometimes keep you from getting a discharge. But I mean, we definitely should meet and talk about that.
اوكي كتير معلومات مغلفة رامي بسؤال واحد. الشخص اللي اتصل حب يساعد لسبب او لاخر، شخص الكريدت تبعه مش منيح، فظاهر انه المتصل كان الكريدت تبعه جيد لدرجة انه قدر باسمهم هو وبالكريدت تبعه هو يشتري بيت. الاتفاق كان بينه وبين هيدا الشخص انه بعد 6 أشهر بيقلب البيت من اسمه لاسم الشخص اللي هو عن جد هو اللي عاطيه المصاري الى اخره. هذا ما تم من 2005. انشرى البيت ب $285,000. الشخص قال انه هلا المورجج بيمنت او من وقت المورجج بيمنت هو $2,000 بالشهر، انا ما بطلع $2,000 بالشهر. ففي كتير الاشياء كتير مشعبه هون. اول نقطه، هذا سبب من الاسباب الوجيهه ليش الانسان لازم يساعد، ومهم يساعد، بس مش at any cost، مش باي فيها ثمن، لأنه ما بيقدر الإنسان يساعد شخص تاني ويعرض حاله لهذا الخطر. يعني شو عرفوا الإنسان؟ إنه إذا ساعد شخص بعد 6 أشهر رح تقلب، وهيدا أكبر دليل إنه اللي صار معه الأستاذ المتصل إنه اختفى. هذا الشخص اللي طلب منه إنه يساعده يشتري بيت اختفى. اسم مين على المورجج؟ اسمه هو للمتصل. شغلة كتير صعبة. ذات الشيء للكوسايننج، اللي بيعمل كوسايننج، الكوسايننج هي ذاتها مش انت عم بتساعد صديقك اللي اجى من العراق اللي ما عنده كود كريدت ليشتري سيارة، بتعمل له كوساينر. عمل له كوساينر إذا عارف 100% انه اي عجز من قبله هو عجز من قبلك، واي عجز من قبله ممكن يأثر على الكريدت سكور تبعك. اذا منك مستعد انه تنظر لهالترانساكشن كأنه أنت صاحب السيارة، وكأنه أنت اللي عم بتسوق السيارة، وكأنه أنت اللي عم تستفيد من السيارة، ما تدخل فيها. ذات الشيء هون. هيدا نمبر 1. نمبر 2، عم بسأله للمحامي مايكل إنه في شيء غلط بالترانساكشن. عم بحكي يعني هيك ضميريا قانونيا عم بشعر بغلط، وشرح لي شو هو الغلط. انه معقول يعني اي انسان يساعد الثاني مثلا ويحصل على مورجج وبعد 6 أشهر يقلبها؟ something is wrong. قال لي لحليك what's wrong انه وقت اللي بتقدمي مورجج دوكيومنتس مع البنك، البنك فكرة عم تتعامل ورح تضل تتعامل مع شخص اسمه زاك، شخص درست الكريدت سكور تبعه وقررت انه مؤهل انه تعطيه بيت وتدينه $285,000 بناء على مواصفات الاستاذ زاك. الكريدت سكور تبعه هو، المدخول تبعه هو، مش حاطه براسها انه بعد 6 أشهر البيت بده يقلب لحدا تاني. هيدا بيعني للإنسان اللي نيته إنه بعد 6 أشهر أو سنة يقلب البيت من شخص لشخص، معناتها وقت قدم المورجج دوكيومنتس كان في، يعني سوري على الكلمة البشعة، فراد، في احتيال، لأنه النية ما كانت مزبوطة. إنه النية مش أنا كمل بالبيت، النية أنا هلأ كحجة لأنه السكور تبعي جيد باخد البيت، بس بعد 6 أشهر بقلبه لإنسان ما عنده السكور. فممكن كتير إنه هذا يعتبر مورجج فراد. هيدي نمبر 1. والمورجج فراد أو fraud in obtaining any debt، احتيال ليحصل الواحد على أي debt، أي دين، هن من الأشياء اللي حتى لو الإنسان قدم بانكربسي ما بينعفى عنهم. يعني لنقول الأستاذ زاك قدم بانكربسي ليتخلص من هالدفعات $2,000 مثلا، إذا البانكربسي ترستي قرر إنه حصوله على البيت، نعتذر على الكلمة، كان بطريقة الاحتيال، يعني واجباته على البيت بتضل موجودة، ما بتنمحى بالبانكربسي. مش كل دين بينمحى بالبانكربسي، في بعض الديون لو شو ما كانت ما بتنمحى، والديون اللي حصلنا عليها بطريقة غير شرعية بالاحتيال اللي لو قلنا الحقيقة ما كنا وصلنا لها. يعني لو استاذ زاك قال الحقيقة للبنك ما كان حصل على الدين، إذا قال لهم أنا هيدا لصديقي ما كان حصل على الدين. في كتير احتمال، عم بيقول المحامي مايكل إنه he would benefit from a bankruptcy consultation، لأنه يمكن الحل له هو البانكربسي. وإنما إذا البانكربسي تراستي لقى إنه الوصول إلى هيدا البيت على هيدا الدين كان بالاحتيال، هيدا منه ممحي بالبانكربسي. بعدين الاستاذ زاك ما بيعرف وين البيت. قال المحامي how to get about finding who owns the house. Can you repeat that again if you want to find out who owns his house?
Yes. At the Register of Deeds office in the county in which the property is located,
so
they
that's
have on
Wayne
file.
County.
Yeah, they have on file who's bought a house, who's sold a house, who's on the deed, and the deed says who the owner is right now. That's an important thing to find out. Are you still the owner?
Right. وبدون شك انه هالامور اللي عم نحكي عنها هي معقده لاغلبيه الاشخاص، بتكون معقده لي انا وانا محاميه. ما بفتكر انه الاستاذ زاك بيقدر يقوم بهالامور كلها، بس عم بيقول هو انه كونسلتيشن مع محامي بانكربسي ممكن تقدر توضح الامور اكثر، ويمكن يكون في حل ويمكن ما يكون في حل. بنذكر انه نحن عم نتكلم مع المحامي مايكل بانكستين كل نهار 3 حلقه ثابته بنحكي فيها عن موضوع البانكربسي، موضوع الافلاس. الارقام 313 769 6666 ومن وينزر 519 256 1023. اذا بتسمح بناخذ اتصال اخر. هلو هلو يا أهلا وسهلا. هلو. أوكي، نطلب من المتصل أنه يرجع يتصل ومناخد اتصال آخر. رامي إذا بتسمح. هلو.
يا هلو.
يا أهلا وسهلا.
يا هاي معك يسرا.
يا أهلا وسهلا سيدي يسرا، تفضلي.
I'm trying to talk to Joumana Kayrouz.
نعم.
Okay. I have a question. My husband, he is a doctor.
Okay.
And he, it's not a bankruptcy question or anything. It's a hospital question.
Actually, if with your permission, Sayyida Yusra, if it's not a bankruptcy question, would you be so kind to call the office just so that we can stay on the subject, please?
Absolutely, no problem. Thank you.
And I do apologize. Forgive me, please.
No, you're absolutely fine.
Thank you. شكرا. اوكي، وبناخد اتصال آخر.
Absolutely.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, Anis.
يا أهلا وسهلا. Mr. Zach again?
Yes.
Yes.
You come me up.
اوكي، نو بروبلم. بنعتذر استاذ زاك، حبينا بس نقول لك انه الشغله شوي معقده. يمكن لربما انه يكون في اتهامات انه انحصل على الدين بطريقه الاحتيال، بسموها بالانجليزي fraud and obtaining the debt. يعني لو كانت البنك عارفه انه هي بعد 6 اشهر رح تتعامل مع شخص تاني مش معك، لربما ما كانت عطت الدين. بكل الأحوال اللي بينصحك المحامي مايكل بانكستين it's not a bad idea إنه تعمل consultation مع محامي للإفلاس، لأنه يمكن الحل لك هو الإفلاس إذا كان الدين اللي دخلت فيه ما كان fraudulent. والفراد يعني وقت بتقلها للبنك انه هي بدها تتعامل معك اليوم وبكره وبعد سنه وبعد 30 سنه، ووقت اللي كانت نيتك انه هو تقلب البيت لحدا تاني. فلخصناها بطريقه سريعه، واذا بتحب تتصل بالمكتب او اي محامي تاني للافلاس بفتكر انه هي فكره جيده. وقال لك كمان استاذ زاك انه اذا بدك تعرف إذا البيت بعده باسمك، إذا في حدا تاني على البيت إلى آخره، فيك تروح على الكاونتي وبتعطيهم الادرس وهن بيعطوك الوي كاونتي وهن بيعطوك المعلومات عن البيت لتعرف إذا البيت باسمك ولا لا. ومنكمل ناخد اتصالات على 313-769-6666. عم نحكي عن موضوع الإفلاس بعد عنا تقريبا ربع ساعة مع المحامي Michael Bankstein. Very important, attorney Michael Bankstein, that everybody understands that if you file for bankruptcy, a lot of your debts will be wiped out as long as they were not fraudulently obtained.
That's correct.
Okay, one of them would be in connection with obtaining a mortgage.
That's right. Now, classically, that's where somebody, let's say, makes $25,000 a year, but they say that they make $50,000 a year, and but for, telling the bank that you make 50 when you really make 25, they wouldn't have given you the loan. It's a little bit different from our previous caller, where he may very well have given them his accurate numbers. The purpose for it may not have been that it was really his house. So that's a weaker argument for the creditor to make, as opposed to here's your application and you say you make 50 but you really make 25. That's a slam dunk. But his maybe yes, maybe no. That's why a consultation is so important.
Okay. And then the other thing is, can you think of other debts where there may be accusations of fraud in obtaining the debt other than a mortgage debt?
Yes. It could, for example, if you've incurred or you've gotten a lot of debt within the 3 months before the case is filed, even though that may not be fraud, it looks as though you're racking up debt in anticipation of filing for bankruptcy, which also provides a basis for a creditor to object to them being discharged.
So it's a form of fraud.
I don't know that it's called fraud, but I mean it looks like you've incurred it in anticipation of filing for bankruptcy.
So هيدي نقطة مهمة جدا رامي، صرنا حكينا عنها يمكن مرتين يمكن 3، بس بأكد لك انه ما حكينا عنها كفاية. قلنا مثل اللي بده يعمل دايت التنين بيقول خليني اكل قد ما فيي لنهار التنين. ذات الشيء اللي عم بفكر يقدم بانكربسي عم بيقول خليني جمع قد ما فيني ديون وافتح كريدت كاردز جداد وماكس اوت افري كريدت كارد وافتح كريدت واعمل مورجج whatever it is، لانه what does it matter، رح روح اقدم بانكربسي ومن بعد البانكربسي رح اطلع نظيف ورح ارجع بلش من جديد. هيدي بيسموها accumulating debt، عم بتجمع ديون in anticipation، يعني وعارف وحاطط براسك in anticipation of filing for bankruptcy، علما انه انت بدك تقدم bankruptcy، علما انه انت بدك تقدم bankruptcy. سلوك الانسان اخر 3 شهور قبل ما يقدم الافلاس تبعه مهم جدا، لانه هيدا نوع من رح نقول احتيال، لانه عارفين انه بدنا نقدم بانكربسي، فعارفين انه هيدي المصاري او بنفتكر انه هيدي المصاري رح ينعفى عنا من بعد ما نبلش ونخلص البانكربسي. نصيحة مايكل للاشخاص اللي بيجوا لعنا هو الاحتفاظ. اذا شخص حط على حاله ديون ودغري قدم بانكربسي، اخر 90 يوم معرض انه هيدول ما ينمحوا بالبانكربسي، لانه بحق له الكريديتور يعارض انه عارف هيدا الشخص انه بده يقدم بانكربسي. ليش is he or she abusing the credit card or abusing the debt؟ so نصيحة المحامي مايكل وقت بيجي لعنا شخص، اول سؤال بيسأله اياه اخر 90 نهار انت شو صارف، من وين صارف، هل فاتح كريدت كارد جديد، هل اخذ دت جديد؟ لانه في احتمال كتير كبير انه اذا قدم له بانكربسي انه يقدر يمحي له الديون اللي هي عمرها اكثر من 90 نهار، بس الديون اللي هي صارت ديون اخر 90 نهار يطلع من البانكربسي وما زالوا ناطرينه. شو بيقول هون النصيحة هي هون انه اذا انت استعملت كريدت كارد تبعك اخر 90 نهار او بدنا نرجع ننطر 90 نهار من اخر مرة حطيت دين، لحتى نقدر نضمن انه وقت اللي بنقدم بانكربسي هيدي الديون ما رح يجي يعارض عليها صاحب الدين. يعني تصور تفتح كريدت كارد اليوم رامي وتصرف عليها $10,000 وبعد شهر تقدم بانكربسي، هذه الكريدت كارد كمباني بدها تعارض، ولانه هذا الدين دخل فيه واستعمل قبل 90 نهار من البانكربسي، ممكن كتير هذا الشخص ينعفى عن كل ديونه الأخرى، بس هيدا الدين اللي حطه آخر شهر من بعد ما يطلع من البانكربسي بعده وجبته هي ذاتها على الدين. I want to expound more. We've talked about it 2 to 3 times and it bears repeating again and again and again. Obtaining debt in anticipation of filing. First of all, does everyone know that 3 months from now they will be filing?
People don't necessarily know that, and oftentimes, whether it be debt that you've used in less than 90 days, or if you've paid back a family member or what have you, people often don't know what these rules are. You wouldn't know it unless you did it for a living.
When you say in anticipation of filing, you don't have to know that in 3 months or in 2 months you're filing. The picture is already bad. The picture is bad. Your financial situation is bad and getting worse. That's good enough, right?
Yeah, it does create a question if all of a sudden, in a few months leading up to the bankruptcy, you had $15,000 worth of debt, and then you throw on another $5,000 or $10,000 worth of debt. That does create a question.
Okay. So what you are saying is, if I open a credit card today, my financial situation is difficult, and I open a credit card today and it has a $10,000 limit and I spend it all out, and a month from now I file bankruptcy. Can you guarantee me that that $10,000 will also be wiped out and I don't have to look at it, from after discharge?
What I would say is, and I frequently have had people come to me for a consultation who have used the credit card last week or used it a month ago or what have you.
Or opened a new credit card.
Or opened up a new credit card.
Or a new debt.
What I say is, first of all, you want to stop using the credit cards And then what you want to do is, because if a creditor objects to discharge of their debt.
So, for example, the credit card I just opened
Right.
and I'm filing in a month, that credit card company may object during bankruptcy.
Yes, and if they object, and the debt they're objecting about was accumulated in the 3 months before the case was filed, the bankruptcy court is required to assume that that debt is not dischargeable.
Okay.
So simply by waiting at least 90 days since the last time you've developed any debt, significantly reduces the likelihood, significantly reduces the chances that the creditor is going to object in the first place. And then if they do object, then the court isn't required to assume that it's not dischargeable if it's been greater than 90 days.
However, very dangerous period, the 90 days before you file for bankruptcy. Any debt you open, any debt you add, any debt you incur, you should expect that more likely than not, that a creditor will object, and if it is within 90 days, the court will assume that it is not discharged. So you go about your bankruptcy, you discharge this, you discharge that, you come out of bankruptcy, but that debt in the last 90 days, 3 months before filing for bankruptcy, you still have to pay on it.
That is possible. That's why you want to avoid doing that in
So
the
you
90
don't
days
want
before
to
the
do
case
that.
is filed.
That is why people have come and consulted with you, and once they shared with you what they've done in the past 90 days, you said, we need to play it safe. Let's prepare this, but not pull the trigger, not file bankruptcy until 90 days have gone from when you have last opened credit or used credit.
Precisely. That's where good lawyering comes into play, because you want to time these things to get the outcome that you're looking to get.
We've talked about this, and I think we need to talk about it, like I said, again and again. كمان مرة، مش لأنه عارفين أو مفكرين أو متوقعين إنه بدنا نقدم إفلاسنا. هذا منه كارت بلانش مثل ما بيقولوا، إنه نصرف، نفتح كريدت كاردز جديد، نصرف على الكريدت كاردز، نفتح لونز جديد، نستأجر سيارات جديد، لأنه سلوكنا آخر 3 شهور أو 90 نهار قبل النهار اللي منقدم فيه البانكربسي له تأثير كتير كبير، لأنه شو صرفنا، شو حطينا دين، شو زدنا على الدين تبعنا. آخر 90 نهار قبل ما نقدم البانكربسي ممكن صاحب هذا الدين، إن كان كريدت كارد كومباني، إن كان فاينانسينج كومباني إلى آخره، يعارض، والأرجح رح يعارض. وقانون الإفلاس يقول، البانكربسي لاws بيقولوا إنه إذا أي صاحب كريدتر عارض على دين آخر 90 نهار انصرف، آخر 90 نهار قبل تقديم البانكربسي، automatically the court will assume، automatically المحكمة رح تقبل إنه هذا الدين ما رح ينمحى بالبانكربسي. يعني اللي قدم بانكربسي يمكن ينمحى عليه هيدا الدين وهيدا الدين وهيدا الدين، وبيطلع من البانكربسي بيبلش حياة جديدة بما بخص الديون اللي عمرها أكتر من 90 نهار. بس بما بخص الديون آخر 90 نهار بيطلع من البانكربسي، وواجباته بعدها هي ذاتها بده يضل لحتى يدفعها. يعني البانكربسي بدل ما تكون حل جذري لأغلبية الديون، رح تكون حل لبعض الديون بس مش غير ديون. وبما انه ما بنقدر نقدم بانكربسي اكتر من مرة كل كم سنة، لازم نكون حريصين ايمت بدنا نقدم بانكربسي اذا احتجنا نقدم بانكربسي، لانه مش كل ما بدنا او مش كل ما بنحتاج او مؤهلين حتى بنقدر. للإنسان يقدم إفلاسه بده يكون مؤهل، وبده يكون صار له 7 أو 8 سنين 7 سنين مش مقدم إفلاسه. You can file bankruptcy only once every 7 years.
It's once every 8 years for bankruptcy. If you filed a Chapter 7 bankruptcy and gotten a discharge, you can't file another Chapter 7 bankruptcy until 8 years have passed from the filing of the previous case.
From the filing, okay.
And if you filed a Chapter
7
bankruptcy and gotten a discharge, you can file a Chapter 13 and get a discharge so long as at least 4 years have passed from the filing of the Chapter 7. So there's all sorts of rules about 7 to 7, 13 to 13, 13 to 7, 7 to 13. If that's an issue that you have, that's one of the things that we go over in the consultation is what are you able to do in terms of, in relation to your prior bankruptcy filings.
Okay, so that issue is only for those who are filing for bankruptcy a second or third time.
That's correct.
اوكي سو عم بيقولوا انه في قوانين مختلفة حسب الانسان اللي مقدم Chapter 7 مقدم 13 الى اخره، بس الانسان اللي مقدم Chapter 7 ما بحق له يرجع يقدم لمن بعد مرور 8 سنوات من وقت ما قدم اول مرة. يعني اللي بيقدم اول مرة بده يعد على القليل 8 سنوات، يعني 8 سنوات is a long time، هذا وقت كتير طويل. وما حدا بيعرف الاقتصاد، الظروف العائلية، الظروف الصحية إلى آخره، لأنه ما ننسى the number one reason why people file bankruptcy is medical bills, outstanding medical bills. so الإنسان بده يكون حريص. وكمان مرة الامتناع عن زيادة المصاريف أو دفع أي مصاريف. وحكينا قبل، وبفتكر يمكن جمعة الجاي بنحكي عن هذا الموضوع بركي وإلا البعدها. حكينا عن الأشخاص اللي آخر 90 نهار قبل ما يقدموا بانكربسي، ما هن بدهم يقدموا بانكربسي لأنهم بحاجة. يعني هن منين بدهم يدفعوا بنزين للسيارة والكار انشورنس؟ ما بيحطوها على الكريدت كارد، بس ما فيكم تحطوها بقى على الكريدت كارد. يعني الشخص اللي بده يفوت بالبانكربسي بده يحضر حاله انه سلوكه اخر 90 نهار وديورينج ذا بانكربسي بيكونوا اوريدي سكروا لهم الكريدت كاردز اني هاو، بس سلوكه اخر 90 نهار ما بيكونوا مسكرين الكريدت كاردز لانه الكريدت ما معه خبر بشيء بعد. سو في تحفظ كبير مادي 90 نهار قبل البانكربسي، و the duration of the bankruptcy اللي هي 6 أشهر. شو يعني؟ يعني 9 أشهر. يعني bumpy road ahead مثل ما بيقولوا. لأي شخص بده يعمل bankruptcy بده يكون حاكي مع عائلته لحتى يكون مأمن مصاري يقدر يعيش 3 أشهر قبل و6 أشهر من بعد. To summarize quickly, for those who want to file bankruptcy, they have to be careful the 90 days before, that's 3 months before. Although they are in a difficult financial situation, how are they going to put gas in their car and so forth? But they cannot use credit cards because then they may not be wiped out. And then you file bankruptcy, and then it's about 6 months before you get discharged. Your credit cards have already closed down. And if you try to run something on your card, which you shouldn't do, it's going to get denied. Okay? So you have that too. So people who are thinking of filing bankruptcy, they're going to go through a tough financial situation, even tougher than it was, because there will be 9 months, 3 months before filing, and 9 months until you get discharged, where you shouldn't and you will not be able to use credit cards to live.
I see so many people who get trapped in what I call a negative feedback loop because they're having to spend so much money every month to make the payments on the credit card that they can't afford to actually live. So they wind up paying $400 on a credit card, but then using another $400 on the credit cards. One of the things that bankruptcy allows you to do is sort of break out of that circle, get out of that credit system and back into more of a cash system. If you know that you're going to file for bankruptcy, one of the things that helps is that if you know you're going to file for bankruptcy, you would stop paying on the credit cards. You'd stop paying on the medical bills. That'll take some of the pressure off your budget.
Right. So very, very good advice. If you know you're going to head for bankruptcy, stop paying on the credit cards. The bankruptcy is going to lower your credit score. You not paying on the credit card is not going to do more damage than that, and you will save that payment.
شكرا جمانة على المعلومات القيمة.
شكرا رامي، شكرا للمستمعين، شكرا للمتصلين، وإلى المحامي مايكل بانكستين. ولبكرا الله رعاك.
إن شاء الله نلتقيك بكرة، ونشكر للمستمعين حسن الاستماع. إلى اللقاء.